ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ via Zoom ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਅਕਸਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਲੇਅਰਸ ਬਾਰੇ concentrate ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ we concentrate on managers and coaches but hardly anyone looks becoming a referee. No one wants to become a referee, but here's the one person who had just started refereeing when I first met him, and now not only is he a teacher but he's also a championship level referee. Bhupinder Gill, thank you, welcome to the show. Sat Sri Akal.
Sat Sri Akal. Thank you, Harjap, for having me.
Yeah, but we don't, it's been quite a journey for you.
Mhm.
I mean, when we last spoke, you were just starting off about 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and now we see you in like championship matches and like, you could all the big players, all the big teams, the guys that will be playing in the Premiership next year. It's been quite a journey, and do you think that's like did you know taraqi hui, or you think you've actually been slow on that?
To be honest, that's 10 years is it's quite a fast progression in terms of the referee's route. I mean, I've been quite lucky that that's happened for me. But again, that's mainly through the support that I've had. Obviously, with my dad being there as a support network for me, and my brother being there as a support network for me, it's been a bit of a fast progression. So it's just one of those things. I don't know whether I've got lucky or not, but thankfully I'm in a position where I am now.
But do you think like with not a lot of Asian referees, I don't know any Asian referees apart from you, your dad, and your brother, to be honest. And I always keep an eye out, and I just can't see any, especially like not in the Premiership. And
Mhm.
do you think that it was lucky for you, or do you think that they made an active sort of the FA made an active sort of decision? No, we've got to help Asians along because I don't see any more Asians in the refereeing route. I've seen a few more footballers, but
Yeah,
not a referee. De which the ਆਪਾਂ ਹੀ ਆ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੋ ਕਈ ਆ there's anyone
yeah.
else.
There is one or two others, but yes, I mean the FA obviously do look to help and push the ethnic minorities up the ladder as quick as possible. But at the end of the day, still you need to be first of all good enough. At the end of
Yeah,
the day, not just gonna push me because I'm an up and and they're not gonna say yeah, Chal,
yeah,
we'll push you up as quick as possible, but you don't know how to blow a whistle or lift a flag,
yeah,
you know. But where I got lucky is obviously I had a role model,
yeah. You
and
have,
I could go and watch my dad referee or be a linesman or assistant referee on football league games, and you grow up in that environment and you think, oh my god, that's something that I want to do now, and it because you've had that close experience with it. Whereas normal Asian families up in here, sometimes they don't encourage their children to get into sport. So when I interviewed you, I remember when you interviewed me 10 years ago, I said obviously the parents weren't educating us enough to
yeah.
get into sport. So that's why I was lucky that my dad was already into sport and he's obviously encouraged us and he knows what the benefits were of it. But now with me, 10 years later, I'm married with kids, and now I'm trying to get my kids into sport because I know the importance of it. And hopefully now, as you said, we're seeing a lot more up in football and coaching, etc. That's because my generation now know what the importance is because they've all played football. We all watch football. We all love the game, or we love
Yeah.
sports in general. We are more now encouraging our kids to get into a sport. So hopefully in the future, 5-10 years down the line, hopefully there's going to be a huge influx, should I say, of up and in sport. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
Ravinder, why do you think it's taken so long? It's taken 30, 40 years. I mean, and considering like in proportion, when you do up in towns, they care like Nottingham, Leicester, and like Birmingham, London. Look at all these big cities and the proportion of Asians that live in there. We're quite strong, and that in population. But when it comes to representation amongst teams or referees or coaches, we're hardly there. I mean, I could hardly name 5 to 10 Asian players in all of London in the top sides.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. And like in Leicester, I can hardly name Hamza Chowdhury. I can name one. Hannah Birmingham, I can't think of any.
Is
You know, yeah,
Yanda?
yeah. Jan Hagal, Swansea, चले गया मेरा ख्याल.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Swansea.
So I can't. It's still like as if 30, 40 years, they're not trickling through as much as they should. So is there hope, or is there been slow progression? And do we
It,
need to do more? Do we need to get you guys out there more in the forefront?
it's a very, very slow progression from what I've seen anyway, growing up. And I think now with there being such a big push on ethnic minorities, or the lack of ethnic minorities in sport now, I think there's a bigger push because of what's happening with social media, etc. as well. Like, you know, for example, now currently I'm working with a small group of people. I'm an ex-Premier League referee as well, where we've just created a social media platform on Twitter and Instagram, where the idea is that we are just going to try and promote ethnic minorities and inspire them to get into refereeing, specifically in football. So we're trying to make a massive push, but I just don't know why it's taken so long. You know, as I said, you know, with our culture, it was all about kind of being there and all about
Yeah.
getting them into or
Doctor,
getting
lawyer,
doctor,
accountancy,
lawyer.
all of that. Yeah.
And now, you know, so like I've known so many very, very, very good football players, up and football players, but
Yeah.
as soon as you get into that lifestyle of going out, clubbing, university, and all sorts,
Yeah.
it goes to a different direction because their parents probably weren't sports people, or you know,
Yeah.
never
Didn't
knew.
understand what avenues to go down.
Exactly. And now there's such a massive support network. Now you see so many coaches, up and coaches. You know, like even my dad now was obviously an ambassador for the FA. He's
Yeah.
trying to now encourage, you know, younger people to get into refereeing or just getting into sport in general. And obviously he's a more of a recognized face because obviously he was the first turban wearing Sikh in the football league. And
Yeah.
hopefully now with me and my brother, that we get pushed on the social media aspect or out in the
Yeah.
media,
Yeah. Yeah.
where people can see, oh my God, you know, there's one of us, you know, who's out there. Maybe that's something that I want to do, because everyone's into sport. Everyone loves playing football, for example, but you've got to be a very, very special talent to be making it as a professional. But that's not to say you can't make it as a coach, you can't make it as a referee.
Yeah.
You know, the progression for me, if I can do it in 10 years, get from starting as a referee on a Sunday league pitch to get into the championship within 10 years, why can't, you know, and I started when I was 23, 24, why can't somebody who should be starting at the age of 13, 14, 15 get there, you know, in 10 years? You know, it's just about, you know, how much you love football, because all you got to do is learn the rules of football, learn the laws of the game, and it's just then to apply it. So we've got to promote good stories. People need to know like what I do on a daily basis, you know,
Yeah.
in terms of going to the gym every day, you know, eating right, you know, not drinking, not partying, etc. It's just about having a different lifestyle.
Bhupinder, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And good luck with the future. And hopefully we'll see you Ronaldo hona nale ke din red card dinde dunde. But until then, appa janne ha. Thank you very much.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Take care.
Sat Sri Akal.
Bye bye.